Good afternoon, YouTube family. Today is Thursday, January the 23rd, 2025. It's your man, Big D, and I'm back with another one. I want to thank all of you good folk out there that continue to show support and loyalty to my son and I. We greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Well, family, I've been up and down these YouTube streets, and I've been hearing a lot of chatter going on. And it seems that there may be trouble in paradise. There may be some issues going on with Barack Obama and Michelle Obama. That's right, family. It is rumored that Barack and Michelle may be having some marital problems. And when you look at the history of this country, we've had 45 men that have served in 47 presidencies since the office was established. And we've had a lot of cheating going on with these past sitting presidents, but never ever did divorce ever come up. So this is kind of disturbing when you hear things like this and you see things that the Obamas are divorcing. You know, it's just kind of it's unsettling. When you start looking at the fact of when you have these functions that previous past sitting presidents must attend, for example, Jimmy Carter's funeral. All the living presidents and their wives were there. All the past sitting presidents and their wives were there for President Carter's funeral. However, you know who wife you didn't see? You didn't see Barack's wife. Michelle was nowhere around. Now, I don't know if perhaps maybe Michelle called the Carter family personally and said, "Hey, I wish I could be at the funeral, but I'm not going to make it because of previous engagements." That could have happened. But thus far, there has not been a publicly explanation from Michelle Obama or her camp as to why she didn't show up to the funeral. Now, when you look at President Trump's inauguration, well, then now that raises another question. All the other past sitting presidents was there with their wives, with the exception of Michelle wasn't there. Now, Barack was there, but Michelle was not there. And we understand that people don't like Donald Trump. I understand that Michelle Obama has a disdain for Donald Trump. I get it. Everybody not going to like everybody. But I also understand that when you are married, there are things that we oftentimes must do that we don't want to do. That's why I say marriage is about duty and purpose. So if your husband can be there and set previous things being said aside and still show up, well, ma'am, you got to show up too. And unless it was something where it was you had a previous engagement that was super, super important, you have to show up with your husband. So it does look kind of suspicious that Michelle Obama didn't at least show up for Jimmy Carter's funeral. I could see her perhaps not going to Donald Trump's inauguration, but as far as not going to another previous president, a Democratic president, and you don't show up to his funeral, well, that's telling. So as I dug deeper, a name came up by the name of Jennifer Aniston. And it is rumored that her and my man Barack might be sneaking and creeping. Now, there is no solid proof of that, but there are the allegations. So, family, we got to look at this thing from a different lens. And I know that when it comes to marriage and what have you, I know women oftentimes say, oh, well, women fall out of love and that's why they want to get a divorce. Or the husband's not doing what he's supposed to be doing. That's why she want to get a divorce. Or she's overworked. The husband won't help around the house with anything. That's why she getting a divorce. I hear all these excuses as to why women want to file for divorce. But here's the thing, family. Statistics don't lie. People lie, but the numbers don't. And the numbers say, on average, women file for divorce at a higher rate than men. It's not Big D saying this. This is what the numbers say. This is what the analytics say. So with that being said, I could see why nowadays men are very, very apprehensive to get married, because it seems that, in your mind, everything is smooth sailing, but in your lady's mind, she got issues with you. And these issues are so unsurmountable that her only recourse in her mind is to go file for divorce. Now, all I can say is this. We have to do better at vetting our potential mate. We have to do better at making sure that the person that we are going to say I do to, or even if you don't believe in the aspect of marriage. Because me personally, I believe that you don't have to necessarily be married to per se have a wife. Obviously when you start talking about from a legality standpoint, you need the paperwork. But I believe in, you kicking it with a woman for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and that's your lady, and y'all rocking out together. Well, you don't necessarily have to go, get married. Believe it or not, there are some women out there who marriage is not necessarily their prime motive. A lot of women are just happy with having a solid dude that they can be happy with. But then you have those women that marriage is very important to them. So I understand. So we have to do better at vetting these people. We have to do better at making sure that the person that you are getting into this arrangement with, this relationship with, this life-changing event with, you had better make sure that y'all are on the same accord. Because if not, you will find yourself like a lot of men, 10 years later, 15 years later, 20 years later, now your wife saying she want a divorce. So it's very troubling. It's troubling, family. But oddly enough, no matter what people may think or say, I don't want to see a black family like the Obamas talking about getting a divorce. Now, I don't agree with a lot of their thinkings and a lot of their, opinions from a political standpoint and their views on certain things. I don't necessarily agree with that. But I can agree and I can see the value in these two people, this couple that have endured and withstood this test of time, and their marriages has been going. Hey, listen, if Bill Clinton can get some throat goat inside the Oval Office, and Hillary, I'm pretty sure she didn't like it, but she understood that there are there's an ends to the means. And I think with Hillary, with some women, they can't see the forest for the trees. But then you have women like Hillary Clinton, she's looking at it from a broader view, because she could say, well, I can go ahead and go and file and get a divorce because, my husband did some things that he should not have done. Or we can try to work through this and see if the marriage can be salvaged. So I don't know. I don't know if everything that I'm hearing, and perhaps you all are hearing. So I would like to say that I don't want to see these people, another black couple crash and burn. I just don't want to see that. They're successful. They're doing well. The daughters are doing well. If this is true, this may just be another people just talking nonsense. But what do you think, family? Do you think there's a possibility that there may be some substance to this? Well, family, always remember, be more tomorrow than you were yesterday. Peace.